And a wider slant. No, it's not. Ian Davis. No fancy stuff from him. And the ball again needed to be whisked away, but the delay crucial in preventing Swansea's further development.
A vital aspect of this afternoon's match has been Lletty trying to do back row moves with Julian Williams. He's dispatching himself in the scrum, but Swansea driving him off the ball.
Unlikely that Lletty will run it from here. Stevens, predictable, and it offers Clement space and time. Simon Davis is as swift a player as they've seen at Stradey Park here. No one close enough to him. He really should have been better supported than that. Still Swansea keep it. What a charge by Ian Davis. What a handoff. Tremendous running by the substitute flanker. Now Swansea mount some pressure. Finally arriving is Arnold. Can he sweep it back? Good hands. Titley, the scrum half roll. Steffan Jones. Good running by the outside half. Lots of space. This is better by Swansea. Stuart Davis ties in the defence. He needs to release it quickly. On its way. Jones into midfield. Titley from the other wing. Now the chance for Clement. Simon Davis to attack Ian Evans. And what tackling by the right winger. What defence. We've seen his attacking flair, and there we saw his defensive determination.
Swansea driving in, desperate to suck in the Lletty midfield, trying to make space for their backs there, because they know they've got Clement and Titley to do speed. And Titley comes in from the narrow side. There's a lovely long pass which gives Clement just half a yard. But look at Ian Evans. Simon Davis very quick, but a brilliant tackle by number 14. But what good enterprise by Swansea as well.
Dependent on Lawrence Delaney anchoring the scrum. He goes down, but the penalty is against Swansea. Delaney certainly wasn't going back, and Scotty Stevens spots the open spaces. That's intelligent work, although Titley quick to anticipate. Can he keep it in play? He does so, but could he present Wayne Proctor very nearly? We saw Proctor score the other day here, and Tim Michael will be offered the easy option.
Full credit to Wayne Proctor. There was nothing on there, but again, he showed, as against Pontypool, he's determined to follow up well.
Just Gary Jones, that it was too late, leaving the line out by Llanelli. Yield a free kick. Robert Jones will want it moved quickly. Julian Williams there. A half a gap for Jones. Great running by the scrum half. Brilliant running, but the pass needed to be given at the vital second. The ball delayed. It really is a long time in coming, and for the three quarters it means it's relatively useless. A chance for Clement to release Simon Davis. Good play by the winger. Good support from his captain as well. The Swansea can now spread it the other way. But Lletty have reorganised well.
Coming back to Steffan Jones. They're moving the ball along, but it's rather slow. It's hurried ball, and really there's no chance, and Simon Davis is well marked. Great play by Robert Jones. Spotted the gap, quick as a flash, handed the big men off there. He had men on his elbow. I think he should have passed the ball, delayed it a little, Robert, but still magnificent run. The ball could have gone out here, one too many, and Rupert Moon got him, but what a great run by the number 9 in white.
Stuart Davis, well guarded by Rupert Moon. Jones tries to deny, but Swansea have got that pretty well sewn up. Simon Davis needs perception out wide. There's a space here for Tim Michael. Just couldn't quite get in his pass. Great tackle by Hugh Williams. Still, Swansea maintain the advantage. Webster, storming run by the flanker. Swansea at last have it all going for them. All they need now is quick possession and the switch left. No sign of the ball, and it's too late.
And that is the big problem this afternoon. They've driven in, created great situations. The ball's so slow coming back on the switch.
Just 8 minutes remaining. Llanelli 8 points. Swansea 6. Julian Williams taking too long about clearing the scrum. And Swansea offer the chance to Ian Bucket to challenge. Good defence by Llanelli. Still the chances on for Stuart Davis. Again, over the gain line. Trustful running by the Swansea number 8, Steffan Jones. Tim Michael, just half a metre short. Swansea have it all to do here, and Llanelli kill it.
And really, Llanelli have been struggling all afternoon in this situation. Their own put in, usually very good scrummages, but there Julian Williams in control of the ball, but rather slack. The ball's in play, and Mr. Simmons is in a good position, and Swansea take full advantage. They've scrimmaged superbly this afternoon. Bucket takes them on, takes Gary Jones out the game, and again lays good ball back. It's the back row ball. Stuart Davis goes through Emile Lewis's tackle. Swansea are rampant. They're finishing stronger at the moment. Good play. Lovely tight pass by Steffan Jones. It looks like the centre's going to get in there. Good defensive play by Emile Lewis. Inches from the line. Again, good positioning by the referee. Swansea seem to be certainly to score here. Killing the ball, says Mr. Simmons. Penalty to Swansea.
Again, Swansea showing such commitment at the scrum. And this time, it's the kick directly downfield from Stevens, not aiming for touch, just wanting to play the game down in Swansea's territory. But a dangerous game to play against someone such as Anthony Clement. And that could be problems for Mark Titley. Look at the composure of the man. Brilliant skills, but finally he was being hounded from all directions by Emile Lewis, Simon Davis, all and sundry, and no escape even for this magician.
Desperate attempts to run out of play. They know those 3 seconds. A great tackle by Simon Davis, and it's all about pressure. Titley does very well, gets out of it, but there are 3 or 4 Llanelli men. Number 7's there, Emile Lewis is there. He has to minor the ball.
There are 2 minutes remaining. Llanelli lead by 2 points. They can put the game out of sight. Here's Moon, drops a goal! Well, that was the surprise one. There would have been other options favoured by most people, but Moon, individual character to the end, drops the surprise goal.
Under pressure, Llanelli. He should have gone out to Stevens, so everybody thought, but Rupert Moon said, I'm having none of that. Pops it over, not a great drop goal, but for him it's 3 points and a vital lead.
It's not been the most exciting of games, but here there is tension as Swansea disrupt that scrum as Richard Webster mounts an attack. The Swansea pack drive on, but denied by a nudge forward, and that's it. Yet again, it's the 10th victory on the trot for Llanelli against Swansea. The team at the top of the Heineken League dethroned them here at Stradey Park. Having come here as favourites, they yield that advantage to the home team. A final score here. Les Peard is ready, so are Mountain Ash. The switch kick from Conway gets the match underway, and the first touch is for Colin Stevens in the scarlet jersey, and he was safest of touch finders just to settle the champions here at Mountain Ash. So there are so many different vantage points here at the Mountain Ash ground, and each one has been occupied by a throng of home supporters. Llanelli's first claim at the line-out, and quickly into action is Moon and Ian Evans. Cushion is very slippery underground and very difficult, and Cushion in trouble here, as indeed he retains possession rather than release it on the ground, and very difficult decision to make, and Llanelli in a very advantageous position. In fact, the penalty is against Bromwell. Phil Bromwell, the left winger, came in to help his full-back.
Llanelli one good line-out ball, and it's the kick into the box, and the conditions are very greasy, very slippery. Full-back sees feet go away from him there. Does well to get up and recover, but he's hurled down to the floor. He's helped by his player, the wing number 11, Bromwell, but he should have released the ball. Mr. Peard on the spot, penalty to Llanelli.
Colin Stevens with this penalty attempt to open the scoring. Well struck by Stevens, and already then in the opening 2 minutes, Llanelli take the initiative and a 3-point advantage.
There's Derwin Jones, so tall, that's the disadvantage. Mountain Ash got 6'10", the front of the line out. Got all the aces in the line out. Tap back well by Mountain Ash, but people going across, barging and pulling. There's the elbow signal by Mr. Peard.
What a boost it would be for Mountain Ash should Chris Conway take this, and it tells you straight away the response to the crowd. Absolute delight that suddenly their own club is back on level terms. Space right side, but Ian Evans is in midfield, so play will move left if the forwards release it, although they have good control, good momentum here. Good protection from Williams, the number 8 as well. The pace of Evans, but well guarded, but offside by Mountain Ash. As Ian Evans gets just a little uptight with Mark Bennett. It will be a kick and goal. Relatively simple-looking kick and goal for Stevens to restore a Llanelli 3-point lead. And the outside half again responds positively. Llanelli back in the driving seat. Quick delivery needed by Mountain Ash. They didn't really sustain the scrum, and the tactic is there from Bennett, and indeed that's very awkward. It could be on, still on for Bromwell. Mountain Ash have it all to play for here. Great position, desperate straight for Llanelli. They're over the goal line, and Llanelli have held it up and indeed have controlled it. And Moon talks his forwards into releasing it at the right time. Still not out of play. Bromwell will have a chance to attack. Put the pressure back on Llanelli if it stays in play. And indeed it's still in play before finally the pressure moves over the touchline. So plenty of early thrills for the crowd on the far bank, and obviously glad to see Mountain Ash pressure. Parfitt with the aim, but again, such tall figures in that Llanelli line-out, very difficult to escape them. And good delivery for Moon. And the advantage to the home side. 13 minutes gone. A better scrum for Mountain Ash. Roberts, the flanker, steps off early. Chance for Bennett and Conway. Great running from the centre. Now if Mountain Ash can clean this, they've got the penalty. But should Les Beard have waited just a fraction to see whether Mountain Ash could have scored a try? They certainly had everything going for them.
Good ball won by Mountain Ash. It's the angle of number 13. He's very stocky, strong through Colin Stevens' tackle, and he's setting a perfect ball here. And there's options either way, and the scrum half is annoyed. Missed it, didn't play advantage.
Chris Conway created the position. Now he can turn the pressure into points. And yet again, brings his side back on equal terms, and it's 6 points each.
By Chris Conway.
Neffy's advantage. Jones the take. The blindside dealer attempted, but again Adrian Davis in so quickly, although this time it's on its way. Look for Taffetzver coming into this, although Simon Davis has found a huge amount of space. The centre clear. Well, it was simply worked, and the bulk and pace of Davis unstoppable from that distance. And Llanelli at last then get their try.
Good quality ball won, and it's the running angle of Simon Davis. It comes across on the switch, and then he straightens back out inside, stayed on his feet well, shrugged off the scrum half's tackle, and goes over right by the post. Good try for the centre.
Colin Stevens with his first conversion attempt of the game, but his third successful kick, which eases Llanelli into a comfortable 6-point lead. With Martin binding out of the line-out, Mountain Ash one short. Still they claim it, although illegally, through captain Steve Pascoe, or indeed Steve Pascoe was being held down. Still, and it's the captain that sets the example, followed by Andrew Roberts, his fellow flanker. Good running and good delivery. The chance for Bennett yet again. There is space out wide. That will bring the best out of Wayne Proctor. And indeed, not up to it. This is difficult, and that's well covered. And sensible work by the international right winger, Ian Evans, protecting his fullback and rescuing Llanelli from all sorts of problems. Solid platform for Hughes and Bennett. Again, making life difficult for Andrew Taffet. Whether he and Wayne Proctor can sort out things. Very untidy, and Hughes again. Oh, it's Hooker, Parfitt in fact, that sets up the drive. Gibbon, next in line, the lock forward. And yet again, Llanelli looking just a little ragged.
Not all stem from another good kick by Bennett, putting the ball behind the Llanelli backs and having Taffet and Proctor in two minds.
David Fox forced to throw into a defensive line yet again. And lifting, Gordon Lesbeard. And yet again, Llanelli having problems.
And that is bad discipline when you've got forwards of 6'7", or 6'10" in your line out.
A minute added on for injuries at the moment as Chris Conway has this chance to halve the deficit, and he really is kicking well. The Mountain Ash centre, 3 successful and successive kicks at goal, and again they're just within 3 points of Llanelli. At last Llanelli could get good line out ball. Ricky Evans, but no way through, dumped. Emil Lewis the chance to charge. That's the weaker point. The blind side defence is the one to exploit, and Lewis so difficult to stop.
And essential from this position, you clean the ball up, and Ricky Evans does very well outside the back row forwards about Nash. He's driven back, but he's given Rupert Moon an option. You see, go either side. He takes that narrow side, pops it up to Emil Lewis, giving the big number 6 a chance to charge at the half-backs of Mountain Ash. Good play by the Llanelli forwards, supported then by the half-backs.
Chance of a free kick here for Llanelli. And does Colin Stevens drop a goal? No. The charge is on from Lynn Jones, then Ricky Evans. This is dangerous for Mountain Ash. To defend this is difficult. All sorts of options open here. Lewis will get under the post. Yes! The try awarded. And so, having initially driven the blind side, the big flanker finally gets over under the post.
I give credit to Ricky Evans, he did well. There's Ricky Evans taking the ball, good strength, stayed on his feet. Now he's waiting for the support to come. When he goes down on the ground, on the burst comes Lewis, very strong. 3 defenders can't stop him, driven over right under the post.
Stevens from directly in front shouldn't have too many problems here. And taking his time, and well, Mountain Ash got close to it, but yet another 2 points to his credit. Llanelli up to 18. Llanelli had the extra option of Julian Williams to this line. Copsey does so well, and the chance, the back row gets into play. Lynn Jones just across the gain line. Moon then exploiting the space left. Now he needs the support running of his back row and winger. Llanelli at last. Can they now switch it? But it's also untidy. Stevens, well, satisfied. Really, the adventure would have been to switch it to this side, but Stevens goes for the safety option.
Just an idea of how bad the conditions are. Llanelli have called a 2-man, I know, even though their advantage. It's out, and watch Lynn Jones change his angle, go in. He's not a very big man, but he sets up good ball, and that's a chance for Rupert Moon to go either way.
Parfitt with a choice of Gibbon and Davis again claims it. Now the chance for Hughes, but so slippery is the ground that running is a precarious business. So it's way, you know. Chance for Mark Bennett to attack. Blind spade, the good support as well. Now they can set up good position from here to the ball. There's a breakaway here. Just, yes, it's a try. Well, that is amazing. Amazing. Scored by the lock forward Gibbon. John Gibbon will be Mountain Ash's hero this evening. The
incredible try. Great vision by Mark Bennett. He just kicked the ball, but he passed it back inside to supporting back row. They laid the ball back. I thought Llanelli would have gone in and sort of killed it. But the second row, another ideas. There he is, getting the ball, torn away from that ball. Good strength, pounded away from the line-out. Moon's desperate to get back to him, but he's over just in the corner. Took the flag with him. A magnificent try, number 5, Gibbon. Incredible effort by the home team. Watch Bennett, could have kicked it inside. Great play. Drove in, took 3 Llanelli defenders out. The ball's on the floor, is there to be taken. Great pride shown by the Mountain Ash pack. The second row, he's never run so fast. 22 metres to go. Rupert Moon clinging to him, but he's over the corner. Wonderful effort.
Patiently keeping the ball. Indeed, it's there, they have control. Although, well, no one really wants to keep it too long. Simon Davis stands it up well, though, and then Emyr Lewis gets Llanelli moving forward. Now it needs to be released. It's there for Moon. Stevens has spotted there is space out here. Nigel Davis, great pass from Davis, in the tackle, well timed from Simon Davis. Now Proctor can set up Ieuan Evans, the international winger. Just not enough space for him. But a pass from Nigel Davis in the tackle, superbly done.
They're using the ball, Llanelli moving it very difficult really. I'm surprised they tried it, but Nigel Davis did well, got his pass away, and Simon Davis took the left wing out. Beautifully timed pass here. Proctor, 2 hands, drew the man. Now normally Evans would be off his right side step in, but the ball's like a bar of soap and he's forced into touch.
We enter the final 10 minutes of the game, and again Llanelli's scrum destroys. The try is awarded, and Julian Williams, number 8, or is it the captain, Rupert Moon? Moon, the captain, the try. Again, the home scrum destroyed by Llanelli, and the scrum half, the easy dive.
Near their own line, going backwards, good scrummaging by Llanelli, good alertness by Rupert Moon. Gets the ball, spots a gap, and he's over the line before the back row can get up with Mountain Ash.
Julian Williams positioned in the scrum half gap there as Moon is rescued by his forwards, and again the chance for Taffer this time to make inroads into that Mountain Ash defence. Llanelli can switch it here. Stevens, Emyr Lewis poised again in midfield, and Nigel Davis showing good hands, good support running as well from Lynn Jones. The chance for Wayne Proctor to set up Ieuan Evans. Wants Evans coming on an angle, probably the fullback just short, still going over. Half a metre short, it is there now, and it is Emyr Lewis that gets his second try. So, at last, the floodgates beginning to open, and Llanelli driving home their advantage.
Llanelli beginning to dominate, and give them credit, the ball's like a bar of soap and they're still trying to handle. And just watch now, it's Emyr Lewis. Remember, he takes a few people out and he gets a good pass in. Nigel Davis takes it well. So therefore, the ball's moved. Lynn Jones, good vision, long passing out. Proctor, very fast for attacking fullback coming in. Tries to go on the outside, but great defence as he goes over by Mountain Ash. But just remember that Emyr Lewis had been involved earlier. Simon Davis is there, the ball's all over the place. Who's ready to pick it up? Emyr Lewis, involved a few minutes earlier in the movement.
Final minute being played out here as Rupert Moon asks of his forwards to make sure that they're going forward and presenting a good ball, neither of which come to fruition as Mountain Ash set up good position here. Chance for Bennett yet again to release his 3/4. Conway just, well, that was unfortunate. Cushion was taken out by Simon Davis, which meant that he couldn't support run. The chance is on though for Wayne Proctor as Ieuan Evans just on the inside angle. This is a chase. Mark Bennett is the man back there for Mountain Ash. Really difficult work, well retrieved though. Still dumped by Nigel Davis, and it'll be minor and danger over. And that is it. So Mountain Ash's attempt to dethrone the champions Llanelli has failed. They made such efforts to put on this game that they weren't quite rewarded with a shock, but there'll be no complaints at the effort shown by their team. and indeed they gave Llanelli a thorough testing before running out to a final scoreline of Mountain Ash 13, Llanelli 26.
So Bishop feeds. Kick into the box for Philpott. Kevin Hastings underneath it. Up over halfway, John Allen's in there. Now Scotland one quick ball. They're looking a little...
Not many of Llanelli's players had escaped the verbal lash following last Saturday's home defeat, which meant that they came to Maesteg still squirming and with much to prove. Indeed, this match was perceived as being very difficult. The harsh words then must have had their effect. Not just content to swing the ball across field, there were to be intricate switches even on the retreat, creating the sort of havoc where despairing locks chase sprinting outside halves. And Wayne Proctor's supporting persistence paying dividends. When you're on the other wing and Wales is captain, you're not expected to run this far. And even the defence obliges by parting. Although when it comes to the second time around, it's just a little tighter in the corner. Still, the season's tally doubled. The last 3 weekends haven't been kind to Darren Edwards. An upright stopped a match-winning penalty, then a crossbar, a match-winning conversion. And when your luck is out, you can even come inches from the goal line and still not score a try. The relief this time, though, was that the result didn't depend on it. What you can depend upon is Llanelli's backs, offered midfield space and a disorganised defence being clinical. Colin Stevens underlining the problems of defending against pace. Strength isn't a bad attacking quality either. That and determination, as Rupert Moon proves, unstoppable. Indeed, Llanelli go through the full repertoire, for convincing decoy runs are equally effective. Each Maesteg defender convinced that he had the threat covered, only for Stevens to spoil it all for them by hanging on to the ball and scoring. Maesteg 3, Llanelli.
With conditions as they are, much will depend on the tactical control of these two young men, both who might one day be international fly-half opponents. On your left, Neath's Matthew McCarthy, today being watched by two of Ireland's selectors, and on your right, the Welsh incumbent, Colin Stevens. The cup holders against the league champions. Robert Davis whistles, with Neath having been offered the first chance to make use of this strong breeze. Indeed, conditions not dissimilar to those of 2 seasons ago, when another all-black team, New Zealand, put on as fine a controlled display of rugby as one would wish to see. And already, a penalty